Howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? How's the Sorry, I'm a little bit late, guys. I know I was supposed to be on at 3 o'clock. It's 3:30. I had some birthday stuff to attend to. I had some family stuff to attend to. But we are here and we are ready for the Toke Talk. It's my birthday, which is yay. That's so awesome. I'm so excited. I go in, as always, to the channel. Hey, Austin. How you doing? Okay, so just so you know, my service is crap. It is a craptastic mess. So I am getting ready to go and also go live on my Patreon, which I just set up last night. So I want to see like whether or not it's better or worse, depending on where we are. But as always, I go in and I like my own video because I'll go. And so then we'll do that. And then we'll go into Patreon. I'm strictly doing this just as a test to see. Let me do that first. Go Patreon. Austin, how's your day going? Everything exciting for you down in the bayou? Share, copy. Okay. Edit. Just bear with me just for a second, y'all. I'm almost there. I just wanted to get live and get on while I did this stuff. This link is copied, so okay. Okay. 71 degrees and too beautiful of a day to be sitting inside. Hence why I'm trying to figure out, because yes, it is beautiful out there. I'm trying to figure out if I can get this live to work. Let's see here. Settings. All members, which means that anybody should be able to get in. Do I have it set up? I don't know. Set up the basics. Right, I did that already. Okay. Didn't I already do that too? Fuck. I don't know. Hopefully, only I can see it. Okay. Oh. Edit. I should be finishing up some work, but it's not last minute for anything specific. So due to the gravitational rotation of the earth, I can't force myself to stay on task. I do not blame you at all. That's ADHD for you. Gotta love it. Okay. Everyone, all right. Okay, so it should be that once I start the live on here. We're testing things. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so it says that I am live on my Patreon. I did put the link down in the description. It is open for everybody, free, set it, hopefully set it up. Now it's telling me my connection is unstable on Patreon. We'll see. I don't know. I'm working with what I got here, y'all. Sorry about that. We'll get better as time goes on. I can only do so much with what I've got. The papers. I have the weed. I have the grinder. I am going to roll a joint. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Updates for everybody who with Locked Wolf, Archie, and Uncle Ray. We're going to be doing a fundraiser for their trip to the UK. That starts at 8:30 Eastern. And we'll go until the guys are unable to go anymore. True, under the magical starlight. Thank you so much, Pix. I appreciate it. Just so everybody knows, and I don't know, I don't know if this is how this is gonna go, but I am live on Patreon as well. I have 5G, you know. So yay, we're trying. We're getting there. Something's got to break and bend, right? Anyway, we're gonna roll the joint. And Pixie is here for my afternoon gummies. She missed them last night. We only took one last night because I took 4 yesterday and I could not function. I was like, That's what I get. I said, oh, these are smaller. Let's do 4. That was a mistake. It was a mistake. Ooh. I need the boyfriend for the live. The magic gummies, yes. Oh yeah, Austin, you the gummies are a trip, bro. You should see how we do the gummies. And the accent was literally because anxiety, and it stuck, and Pixie really likes it, so I've just stuck with it. So I'm gonna roll this, and then I'm gonna smoke it, because that's what we do here. We toke and we talk. And if you don't smoke weed, get yourself a cigarette. If you don't smoke cigarettes, get yourself a drink. Hang out, chill out. We're just relaxing. I am also doing, for anybody who doesn't know, which I guess all I have here is Austin and Pixie, so Pixie knows already, but Austin, I am doing a story time. So down in the description, there is a link for a form. It's anonymous. You just you can fill it out if you want to. You do not have to. It is not a requirement, obviously. But I have it set up so that people can send me their wild and crazy stories or their vents or their whatever drama, and they want to talk about it, but they can't talk about it in their real life, and they just need to get it off their chest. So I will be the reader of those stories whenever I get sent some. And then in the nighttime, I have a slot open for the more risque stories, your bad hookups, breakups, messy threesomes, whatever floats your fucking boat. Austin says, I'll take your word on it. I have to deal with DOT randos, hair samples, fun, extracurriculars. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, you don't have to be anonymous to write the story, but I'm saying like the option is there. Like you just put like longing in London or crying in California or some stupid shit like that. Just anything but your name. And obviously in there I also wrote like, don't dox your family, make sure you change the names of the people in your stories and stuff like that, because we're not trying to be that kind of people. We're just trying to, you know, read and help. Maybe sometimes I find that like I've done it in forums before where like I'll post a story anonymously and then I'll go and I'll watch it be read. And I like to read the comments. I like to know like, like objective third party. You know, it can be nice to have like an objective third party. Austin said no issues with outing myself. No, I know you have no issues with that. I don't know what this is. See, I don't have. It's gonna go well. Let me try this and check here. I click on that. That's not doing me any good. Wrong one. Especially when it's just Cosmic and I in here, gonna be pretty easy to figure out whose story it is. No, like yeah. No. Like I mean, like you don't have to write it in right now. You just submit it and then I read it whenever I get the notification that I got a submission. Like it's not like you have to write one right this second, you know, like you could write it and send it in for tonight's and I would read it this evening when everybody is here this evening, you know. It's not like you have to be like, boom, you know, this is me, this is my story. It's me, I'm him, you know, type shit. You don't have to do none of that. That's crazy talk. That's insanity. We don't do that here. Says my connection is unstable on Patreon. Hey Johnny, it's nice to see you. I'm glad you made it. I do have in the description below is all the links for them on stream. I am getting 15 minutes for lunch right now. Yay for lunchtime. I have lots of stories in my fucked up, crazy, bizarre life. Okay, but listen, Pixie, if you're going to write them in, that's fine. But make sure that you don't write your signature way. Because if you write your signature way, then I'm definitely going to know it's you. If you want it to be anonymous. Change your name to Austin. Yeah, that would work. Then I might be side-eyeing Austin a little bit. and be like, what is he doing in his spare time? I'll have to look out for the weather and make sure that I have a day where it's like clear outside and there is not going to be like any chance of rain or anything. And then I'll take the whole computer and my phone and stuff and set it up outside out back. And then we can have like wind sounds and lovely trees to look at instead of my stuffed animal collection behind me. I can take the Patreon outside, so I have that. It's like here as well, but I did play drums in high school. Band camp did have its moments. Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it did. Johnny knows some of my stories. Methinks unless the brain frogs are making me think it was her and it wasn't. Haha. Brain frogs. I think I'm getting a better connection on the computer than I am on Patreon right now. I was hoping that maybe doing it off the mobile would give me a better connection, but I don't know if that's actually the case. What else is going on? Oh, Wolf put out the reaction for my friend's band Hollow Wake. He did that today. So that's exciting. Anybody who wants to go and support, they can go watch that. And like I said, tonight is the stream with Ray and Archie and Wolf. And it's my birthday, so come party with us and have a good time. Let's fundraise for their UK trip. Johnny said, very cool. I'll go give it a view up the algo. Yeah, like I said, I set up the Patreon last night, and so I am live on the Patreon, and it should be open and available for everybody to view. But it's like Steady said, my connection is unstable since I went live, so I have no idea what it looks like over there on like the receiver's end. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I'm very excited. I turned 36 today. Getting old. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, give it a check. It seems but okay, so yeah, I think it's really nice outside. There's not a lot of clouds in the sky, so that might be part of it. That might be why it's like a better signal today. Pixie said, and somehow get me in one of. I know, I'd love to like just slip in a suitcase. That'd be great. Do you guys know, am I allowed to go? Can I go live on Patreon? Because maybe I could do that too. I'm just trying to find the best place that my signal will like actually show up and be competent, because being out here in the middle of nowhere, it really varies. Johnny says, I've done no trips since last September and I'm sad. I get it. I was supposed to go actually last October to Tennessee to go see Hollow Week play, and I didn't get the chance to go. Family stuff. And so that was a really big bummer for me. big old bummer. Let me go ahead and I've done no trips since like 2003, and before that I had not been anywhere since I was a child. I lived in the same house until I was a teen, and then I moved to Montana for like 6 months, and then I moved back to Virginia, and I've been here pretty much ever since. I went to Florida for like 6 months, 8 months, a few years ago, and that was nice. Florida, like the place itself, is nice. The people were difficult for me, I guess. I never really got along with anybody there. I've lived in the same house since I was born. Yeah. Wife and I went to Tallahassee last weekend for the PBR and Miranda Lambert concert. Johnny says, Pixie, I hadn't been on any major trips my whole life. I had road tripped a bit in my 30s, but it was just the last 2 years I decided, fuck it, I'm going out of country. Pixie said, well, we did have another house in Phoenix when I was a child, so that... Okay. So you've technically lived in two places, but mostly one. Yeah, Johnny, I'd really like to go a bunch of places. I went and did the research, and it'll be just shy of $300 US for me to get my passport and everything. And that's like expedited and all that good stuff. So I think that that's my next big ticket item that I'm going to save for is my passport, because I'd really like to be able to go overseas. I'd like to go to see Ireland and most of Europe. You know, want to go to Italy. I want to go to Germany. I just want to go and kind of like just see it all. I don't want to be a nuisance or anything, but I'd like to go see it, take some pictures and whatnot. I have not been to Oh, I haven't been to Tallahassee. I've been to most states, but there's a couple I haven't been to yet. I have been to Florida though. Yeah. Florida's a strange place. I like it. I mean, I like the layout of like the actual physical country, the world of it, the earth part. I like, but it's just, I'm also not big on the cities either. Like I don't like the really super fast paced stuff. So like, I grew up 40 minutes away from DC, and I much prefer being out here. I will drive an hour to go to the grocery store and keep my peace. It's like I was talking to Holly, one of Wolf's mods, the other day, and she was like, oh, because I was asking her like where she was in relation to like Brighton, and she was like, oh, it's like 2 hours, like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And I was like, oh, that's nothing. I can drive that. Just find me a rental car. I'll drive it. No problem. And she was like, you're kidding, right? That's like so forever. I'm like, I go an hour to go to the grocery store one way. I forget, like I think that like, because like the size difference in the countries and stuff. I was in Florida a lot when I was a kid, visiting cousins every summer. I don't think it was as weird as it is now back then, though. Or I was too little to notice the weirdness. Yeah, I definitely think that it's probably gotten worse. I know that like where I grew up at, even being in Northern Virginia, close to DC, it changed significantly a lot, like over the years. Significantly. Where I grew up and ended up like 90% of the population of where I grew up at now is mostly government workers. Like they work for or with or have government contracts, but they work in DC. Like pretty much the like 60 to 100-mile radius around DC is where all of your government workers are going to be living at. That's like all the way around. So that goes up into Maryland and Pennsylvania and, but yeah. Austin said, work has also taken me to Amsterdam, Paris, Madrid, Nigeria, and Equatorial Guinea. Oh, you mean like on the equator line? That's really, really cool. I'd like to go to Amsterdam. I'd like to go to Paris. I'd like to go to Madrid. I've never even thought about going to Nigeria, but it would be kind of cool, I guess. I want to go. I'd really like to go to Egypt. Not like for an extended period of time, but like maybe like a day or two, go see the pyramids. Pixie said, we did go to the swamp and fed gators slices of white bread, and oh my God, they were like 5 feet away from us. Thinking about it now, it's so crazy. We were very lucky. Johnny said, I've been to Paris. I mean, it was the airport, but semantics. Austin said, it's a country in West Africa just below Nigeria. Oh, Equatorial Guinea. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Austin said, we live with gators. When I was down there, we didn't find gators. But we had a couple of, where I was at in Newport Richey, there was, I don't know, the talk on the town was that somebody had a, like a pair of African frogs, like the big fuckers, and they left them in the house, and now they're everywhere. Like there was multiple of them. I saw like 6 or 7 different African frogs. They were at least probably a good like 3 or 4 pounds a piece, and they're big chunkers. The neighbor was attracting them to their property where we lived at because they fed their outdoor cats in like a big tray, and they would put all the food in the tray and they'd leave it out, and the frogs would go and eat the cat food, and then they'd shit it out on the porch, and you'd have these big piles of shit. We didn't know what they were coming from at first. We were like, what is this? What is poop in here? Like, well, we found out it was frogs. Been to Morocco. That was 2003. One first time out of the country. Also my first ride in an airplane. Good to know. We also feed marshmallows, for the gators, hush puppies. A good rain and they'll pop up in the drainage ditches in the subdivision we live in. Johnny said, hush puppies. I love hush puppies too. Pixie said, oh my God, my cousins were always telling I was so scared. Yeah, when I was like 4, I went with my family to go down, and I remember it's one of my earliest memories. I remember looking out of my mom's friend's house, the door, like the glass door, and there was a gator like on the porch looking into the house. I went to like open the door, and the glass door was there, and it was just staring at me, and I was like, big lizard. Giant lizard. My first time on an airplane was going to Marine Corps boot camp. Ooh. First time I went on an airplane, I was going to Montana. And I went from Virginia to Salt Lake City. And from Salt Lake City, I went to Upper Montana. And I had to be put on a wooden charter plane to be taken to the small airport where I was then picked up by my then husband. Crazy. Austin said they're harmless until they ain't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, uh-huh. Harmless until they're always harmful. They're just not. I have a 1:15 meeting and gotta run to the ladies before my meeting, and the one on my floor is closed. If you're still up after I pop. Yeah, definitely, Johnny. I'll be here until probably about 5:30 is when I've been getting off. So if I'm still on and you want to, come on. It is now 4:10, which means that in about 10 minutes, I gotta take my gummies. I'm only taking 2 today, though. Pixie said, if not, shall see you tonight at the Big Bash. Hell yeah. UK fundraiser. We have a, what did I call it the other day? The Wolves Sippers gang. That's what I called it the other day. Only 2. Yes, only 2. I had 4 yesterday, and I was like, because they were smaller. I was like, oh, I could take 4 of those, but they were thicker. They were watching you. No, I was trying to cook my mom dinner last night, and I was like vibrating, trying to flip over the food. I was like, super, super fucked up. I was like, it's not even my birthday. It's not even my birthday. Yeah. I do have the boyfriend is supposed to be picking me up a bottle of Sailor Jerry's. I have to, let's see. Oh, can I do that? Is it still, am I still alive? I don't know. Okay. That's a lot. But okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me just 1 second. I have to do adult things for just 1 moment. So just give me just a second, and I will be right back with you. I really want a cigarette. I gotta go outside for that. I don't want to do that. But I will. Adulting. Hold, please. Adulting. Adult. Pixie said, yeah, I've been there. Austin said, you were just getting a good reset prior to your birthday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he's supposed to be bringing me a bottle of Sailor Jerry's tonight too. And I don't really drink that often, to be quite honest. I kind of stay away from it for the most part. But he said, but It's my birthday. So I'm going to get a bottle. I'm going to get a bottle and I'm going to make my special drink. I make a, can't call it that anymore. I really shouldn't have called it that to begin with. Okay, so story time. My own story time. One of my best friends back in the day, way back when I was like in my early 20s, just hitting 21, 22, we went out and we ended up getting a, you only had half a gummy and you can't type and you want me to take more than 2. That's not fair. You're an enabler. Anyway, so when I was younger, we were poor and we did what we could. We made do with what we could. And so I was gifted a bag full of airplane bottles for my 21st birthday. My brother-in-law was like, have a bag of liquor. And I was like, thanks. So I did. And it was all kinds of different ones. And we did most of the fruity ones first and we passed them around. Everyone was like, oh, can I have one? Can I have one? And we were left with this like stack of Sailor Jerry's rum in airplane bottles. And so we put them, we drank a couple of them plain and we're like, God, this is rough. And it is. Sailor Jerry's is a rough liquor, but it is rough, I think, because of the spices. I think it's spicier than a Captain Morgan, and so I think that's why it's like a little bit rough on the downtake, but also it's higher alcohol too. I think it's like 94 proof, or 92 proof. But I needed to have a chaser for it or a mixer or something, and I went to the grocery store. And this is way back in the day when there used to be a place called Shoppers Warehouse, and I don't think they exist anymore. But it was like a little regular grocery store. They were a subsidiary of like Giant, I think. But anyway, I needed something to drink, and I only had like a couple of dollars because again, we're poor 20-year-olds, right? So I go over to the soda aisle to find a chaser or a mixer or whatever, and I come across the fact that there is nothing on the shelf. Like they like hadn't done their restock for the day because they were a 24-hour store. Shoppers Club Coke. Not Coke. Grape. It's grape soda. And I don't know what that. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we get this bottle of grape soda. And I make this mixed drink, and I basically dumped all the rest of these airplane bottles of Sailor Jerry's in with the soda. Sorry, the ADHD is real. I apologize. I am getting to a point here. Anyway, so I put all this soda in there. I put all these Sailor Jerry's bottles in there, and then me and my friend, we go out. We put it into like one of those big old tumblers, and off we went to our friend's house. And we're passing it back and forth, and we're drinking out of it, and we get really, really drunk, right? Now I want to make sure we are on the same page here, because I really don't want to say it because YouTube. But we have rum and grape soda. I then look at my friend and I say, Blue, how does it taste? And she says to me, it tastes like rum and grape. But she did not have the G in there. So we started naming it. It then became called rum grape without the G. I don't want to say it, but you get my point. Anyway, that's what I'm going to make myself tonight in honor of my oldness and my birthday. I am going to make myself some rum grape G redacted. Now that my story time is done, I'll get back to the comments. Story time sits on floor, hashtags listening. I told you I'm an enabler, cheerleader. Ha, yeah, you are. Not sure if I ever had it. Probably, though. Used to drink a lot. Grape soda. Used to love that as a kid. Of course, cherry's a favorite of mine. I have my sweet and sour cherries here. See? Sweet, sour. One for the good days, one for the bad. But yeah. Good thing I hit it. We are now at 4:20. And so, because it is 4:20, we shall now take the gummies. And we have our sugar mix from yesterday. So we have strawberry, tangerine, apple, sugar to go on our gummies. So we take the gummies and we unwrap them so that we can eat them. And then we take the gummy and we peel it off the paper. And then we take the gummy and we drop it in the sugar. And then we shake. And then we shake. And then we shake. And then we have the delicious, crispy, crunchy, crystally, delicious. Show the Patreon too. Delicious, crispy, crunchy gummy. And then we'll take this nice fat one. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Just shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then we show the YouTube this nice, delicious crispy. Boom. And that is how you take the gummies. Yeah, I originally started coating them with the Lifesaver because some of them are a little bit more potent than the others. so you can taste the distillate a little bit more. But I really do enjoy the gummy versus candy texture. It's fun. Yay for the Z. And that is how you take the gummies. And now we smoke. Let's do the obligatory story check. See if we have any stories today. Nope. Not yet. The only downside to me going live on the Patreon and the YouTube at the same time is that means that, and I really hate that part. Ba-ding. Okay, Wolf uploaded Kelly Clarkson, BTS, and some Swiftie stuff on the Patreon. That's what I got. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know. I just keep imagining tonight, like, trying to, like, guesstimate a little bit on how that's gonna go with all three of those gentlemen together at the same time. Because I know how it went when Wolf and Ray went live. And I don't know that Wolf and Archie, I think they've done like one collab, and I wasn't there for it. I don't know what happened. I think I was like sick or something, or I had something to do. But I imagine it's gonna be interesting for sure. Yeah, Austin, I know. Pixie said, "Oh, it should be like insane." Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but we're gonna. And be back. Can you guys see me at all? Austin, my Patreon link is in the description of the video. You might have to refresh it to get it on there, but I did put it on there. But the Patreon's not working very well either. I had that outside while I was smoking a cigarette, and it's still not functioning very well. I was saying earlier, I'm just gonna have to get the lines dug for the Wi-Fi, and I really don't want to do that because that means I have to move the house, which I don't want to do. Really don't want to have to pay for somebody to come in and pick up on the lift and move the house. Really not what I'm looking forward to, unfortunately. Let's see, did I don't know if that'll come up. It might work. I don't know. I'm still new to all of the actual like behind the scenes stuff, so I'm still learning everything. You guys just gotta bear with me a little bit while I get everything set up. And I'm not trying to bug Wolf or Archie or Ray or anybody for like how-tos, because I know that they're really busy right now, and especially with everything going on for the thing tonight. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm just I don't want to bug them too much about a bunch of questions, so we're just kind of winging it right now and taking the advice and what I've seen and what I know so far. They are doing shit. What are you talking about, Austin? They're always busy doing stuff, and Wolf is very busy. Very much. He's got his own shit to deal with. So like, I'm not trying to bug anybody. Like, I'm not trying to be a nuisance. Like, I even told him the other night, I was talking to him and I was like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to like steal anybody's views or time or anything like that. Like, I want to do something for myself, and the caretaking is really difficult sometimes. I've got chronically ill boyfriend. My mom just had surgery yesterday. My dad's chronically ill. He's got a heart condition. So I take care of everybody all day, every day. And so having a place for myself was something that I definitely think I need. And my therapist said it might be a good idea too. So this is what we're doing. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. I just decided that instead of stressing about it and trying to formulate some type of master plan, I'm just going to go live. And I'm going to sit here and do what I do in my spare time and my free time and my relaxing time anyway, which is to sit here and relax and smoke weed and try and just hang and chill. I appreciate that, Austin. I do. It's okay. Most days are fine. Some days are difficult. Some days are really hard, but most days are fine. We've got a pretty good routine. That's why I have it for 3 to 5. So I have like around 5 or so, 5:30. I have to go inside and cook them dinner and then do the live with Wolf at night. So I made sure, like, basically the top half of the morning and the day is strictly just kind of house stuff, IRL life shit, and then I have space in the in-betweens where I can kind of relax and hang out. And being out in the middle of nowhere, all of the people that like I would hang out with on a regular basis don't live anywhere near me anymore. So I've had to kind of like find new friends in new ways. And being that we are so far out from everyone, I don't have a lot of neighbors either, honestly. So meeting people's difficult. And then I found Ren and I started listening to his music. And because of his accent originally at the time, it was kind of hard for me to like hear everything that he was saying and catch like the doubles and triples. And so I started watching reactions. I think the first one I ever watched was like Knox Hill, because he is the biggest one that like I could find that came up and that was doing Ren at the time. And so this was like right when High Ren had dropped. Like, I think that I actually started watching Knox Hill's reactions for NF before he even got to Ren. I had been listening to Ren for a little while by myself, but yeah, so I found the reaction community, and then I started doing the lives. I had joined a couple of Ray's lives, and I joined a couple of Wolf's lives, and I really enjoyed the Wolves Den. Like, that's home. That's what I call home. My internet home. We're here for you, friend. I gave a safety meeting a few weeks ago about unplugging and being able to walk away from work and have personal time. I 100% get it. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a minute. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that a lot of people actually have issues with that because of the fast-paced way that society runs, and they forget that it's important to unplug and recharge yourself. And like, I tell Wolf all the time. I mean, I told him so much that he started saying it in the lives, and like he's like being serious, but he's also kind of like jabbing at me a little bit. But I told him, you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, he has to, sometimes you have to refill that cup. Like, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. So and that's like, I learned that a long time ago, dealing with my boyfriend's chronic illness and stuff, and him struggling with like not being able to work for a period of time and being frustrated about it. And like, I told him the same thing. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you're never going to be able to take care of anybody else. I woke up at 2:21 a.m. yesterday, head pounding, and started planning my work day. I mean, we still get up and do the shit, but just because you're doing it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean that the body and the brain are not tired, and it doesn't mean that we don't need the break. It just means that people find it to be more important to get the work done than to take the break. I am getting to the point with everything that I have been through in my life and all of the stuff and everything, and since getting into therapy and really getting into like the whys of why I do things and everything, I am learning as I go that the patience that I give people is not actually the patience that I possess technically. Like, I get far more frustrated and impatient with people internally than I show externally. And my therapist told me that was not a good thing, that I should be portraying my emotions as they are. But nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I am back, so I will be here but not be here as well. I will be listening but not able to type much. Oh, you make those cookies. Make the cookies. Cookie, 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 cookie. Oh, you mixed Pixie, you missed it last night. I was still on for like another 30 or 40 minutes or so. And I just like, I was like, I just got to keep going. I got to keep going. It doesn't matter if anybody's in here, because I need to do this. I have to get the practice done, because the more I'm on the live, the more I can get more comfortable in front of the screen and all that stuff. Because I'm going to be doing this Reactors Guild thing with the guys, and I'm going to have to be like on for that. So anyway, so last night while I was by myself, and I'm not sure if I was buffering or if I was actually functioning or whatever, I sat down and I started watching one of Ren's live streams while I was sitting there just by myself. Austin said, 2026, don't give two shits was my New Year's motto. No, and like, I get it. For the most part, I don't really care about what people think, in the sense of like, I can't, because if I cared about what everybody thought, then I would be a worse mess than I already am. I have kind of, like, public wise, like if I go out in public, go to the store or whatever, I don't really care. I don't pay attention to people. I don't care what I look like, as far as like if I want to dress up in my goth attire or if I don't want to dress down or whatever. I that kind of stuff, I've gotten better about, like the public anxiety over the years, and like the idea of like people like pointing and whispering about me and stuff. But like the one-on-one basically with myself, essentially, because like when you go live and you're not like a big creator, you don't have like a specific workflow that you're doing, and and that's something I have to get better about too, but also just like being sitting the dead space like in between and things like that, especially doing what I want to do. I'm basically just like a hangout spot, kind of. So like if you're bored or you don't have anything to do, or you're passing through, or like especially because like I've noticed like people who do reaction channels and watch them and do the lives, they tend to be like live hoppers. I pass by everybody all the time. I'm like, oh, you're here and you're here and you're there and you're here and you're there. I wanted to create a spot where people could just come in and like take a break, I'm in between reaction lives and I have nothing else to do. I can go hang out with V, like type shit. He looks so relaxed and chill in his streams. Yeah. Austin said, I've been supposed to release music since September. Yeah, I've been waiting for your music, Austin. Waiting. Weren't you supposed to release 1.2? What's going on with that? I want to know. The public wants to know. I'm the public. Whatever. I want to know. But the fact that I want to do this, like, I have to find ways to fill my time. So I've just been like, even if it's buffering, even if it's not there, I've just been like, I've still been going. It doesn't matter. Like, I've been trying to like pretend like, not that y'all don't exist in the sense of like you're not there, but like just it, even if there is nobody there, I still have to. I can't sit there and stare at myself for like 30 minutes while I wait for somebody to come in the chat, because there is things like replay. Like if I leave my lives up and people are like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here for 30 minutes with her while she kind of like stares at herself and smokes weed. That's not very fun at all. Not at all. So I gotta find stuff to fill the void. I'm hoping eventually I can get the signal down properly so I can take you guys outside. Also, the 50 subs. If I can get 50 subs on YouTube, I can go live on my phone. I think that like that at least would work better, because I know people who go live on their YouTube and they live out in the middle of like nowhere, like in the country. So I can't imagine that like unless there's like some kind of terrible conspiracy and my FBI agent is like, V doesn't need to be online. We're just gonna screw her over every chance we get with electronics. Like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve that? I just want to make a living. I've been supposed to be releasing like 4 albums written. Well, why aren't you releasing them? Upsetted. Fucking upsetted. Excuse me while I smoke weed about that 4 album. No. I don't want none of your excuses. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it. All 80 of them HDs. I have 160 of them, at least. I get it. Of anybody, I get it. But still, put something out. The public wants to hear. Public being me, and also Wolf. I will count Wolf in the public of me and the public that I know of for sure want to know. When I loop back into that zone, then I'll release. When you loop back into that zone, get the fuck out of here. Go on somewhere with that bullshit. But you ain't bringing it here. If it's done, it's done. Put it out. If it's not done, then don't say it's done. Mean what you say and say what you mean. I'm waiting for my autism diagnosis, you see, and I don't need it to tell you that I take things literally. So if you say that they're done, then there is no reason why you should not have already released them. I kind of have one with truth coming soon. You kind of have one. Like, wait, like truth no lie? Like Beats Bars Deliveries truth? No way. That's pretty cool. All right, I'll be quiet. It's supposed to be our guest tonight, too. But you didn't hear it from me. Technically, it's not a secret. Archie put it up. But, yeah. That is the thing that's happening. It's supposed to be happening tonight. And that's awesome. You know, he was just in a room with Knox Hill recently. So that's cool. Very exciting. I can't wait to hear it. Let me know. Put it onto the list and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, Austin, you weren't here. You didn't know. You weren't here for yesterday, but I'm very excited. Yesterday, the day before, I got my epoxy, 2-part epoxy. And then I just got in the mail, I got these ring molds. So I'm going to be making rings. And they come in all, like, I think I've got, what is it? What's it say? Size 3 to 10. It goes 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 8, 9, 10. What's the other side? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so it's the same, but at a time. 5 to a 6.5. Well, they are epoxies, so they can be sanded down. Hell yeah. I like projects. I like doing stuff. That's another thing I can do on the live when it's nice outside. I can take the computer outside and there we go. Light. But yeah, when it's like super nice outside, I can take the computer outside and the hotspot out there with me, and then I can set it up and do like my resin projects outside. I try not to do them in the house because I live in a tiny home, and I have 5 cats and a lizard in here, so it's very crowded. Can get very crowded. And it's a small space and the fumes and stuff, so we just all projects are outside things. So once I get that all squared away and figure that out, then I'll be able to do it out there. I'm also within the next week or so going to rearrange the house so that I can do a standing setup, because I hate sitting like this. It makes me like anxious, super anxious actually, to just sit still for so long. So that's probably something that I'm going to end up doing, is getting like a standing setup together so that I can like walk around and not feel like I'm in a box. 2-part epoxy usually has some pretty, yeah. Yeah, they do. They have really bad fumes, so I try not to do it in the house. But yeah, the sitting down and doing nothing, like I have to do something. I've been like sitting here playing with bobby pins and like weed and my pieces, something to keep my hand. Damn ADHD, man. I don't know what to do with my hands. I got Will Ferrell syndrome here. I got Ricky Bobby syndrome here. Just like, what do I do with my hands? What do I do? Oh well. Well, Wolf is going to do his live tonight. It's going to be a short one, though. He said it's going to go 6 to, I don't know when, but I assume probably like 6 to 8 or 6 to 7:30 or something like that. But then we have the collab stream tonight as well at 8:30. I have to show up for Wolf's stream. I thought about maybe bowing out for today because I gotta go make my parents food, but I can still listen in. Been waiting for his game stream all week. I know. I have been too. I was like, it's supposed to be Street Fighter, and he hasn't played a single bit of Street Fighter this week. But I don't know what's what all is going on that end. You know, for us mods, he keeps everything pretty tucked up. He does not share his life. So we know everything you guys know. Maybe sometimes more than, but not by much. So it has to be something to do. I know next week, he said last night that he has to pick up Little Wolf today, and he'll have him until Wednesday of next week. So maybe Tuesday we can get a Little Wolf and Wolf game stream in. That aside too, mostly dumb stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's like, oh, everybody has their people, whatever. You know, that's not. But yeah, I don't know. I think people assume that because we're in the behind the scenes that we know what our creators are all doing in their lives, and I think that's not true. A great portion of them, and it should be that way. You know, they're allowed to have their own personal lives. I think it should be that way. You know. But new season of Fortnite is out. They can battle. Boyfriend asked me if I need rolling papers. No. Do the one hitter. Okay. That's why I'm having him get the one hitter. I need a new one hitter. And he's like, do you want papers? No, I want the one hitter. I usually get a notification from Truth when the live is starting. Yeah. I also think it just depends on the people too, like the creators themselves, because some of them have bigger, like I know at least probably now, like Nox probably has his mods for his lives and he knows them or has known them for a really long time, and that might be a little bit different of a relationship for like the bigger creators. But also they don't do, Shaq does, I think Shaq does the lives. Well, and Cliff does his lives too. But I don't think that the mods in those lives have access to his lists and stuff like some of the creators that we know do. I'll get the YouTube notification that he started the live and then get the Discord notification with him asking if we're ready. Shouldn't the Discord come first, my friend? Just saying. I get Wolf usually does, he doesn't usually put into the mods chat like that he's live. He does sometimes, but sometimes it depends if he remembers to. Most of the time he does it in the main chat so that like that's where it goes. But I am getting blown up. Who's messaging me? Yeah, it should. It should. Okay. Who is that? Oh, okay. So Wolf he said, oh, that was an hour ago. Tonight's live will start on time at 6 p.m., but it will end at 8. I knew it. Okay. Request will close at 7:30. I also have my UK fundraiser stream with Uncle Ray and Archie the Kool-Aid Man at 8:30 Eastern on YouTube on my channel. I would appreciate it if the Wolves Den showed up and showed out tonight for the fundraiser stream. Tonight's top donor on my channel get 2 free UK independent artists only requests for us to react to and 1 item from my merch store. See you all soon. Okay, so it looks like 6 p.m. ends at 8. We'll get about a half an hour break. And then at 8:30, they'll start on his channel. I thought Ray was the one hosting it. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know how the collaboration streams work on YouTube. Maybe everybody has their own separate chats and you'd have to go like to each channel for whichever chat you want to be in, I guess. That sucks. I don't know. Let's check Archie's. Maybe he's got a post about it. If he has a post about it and it says his channel, then that logically means that we can dictate or decipher, that would be the right word, what we're doing here. Kat's been working with Cliff for a really long time, though. Like, I mean, she's essentially lore on his channel at this point. It's like when he does videos, he'll like say something to her, like, I'll have Kat edit that or clip that or whatever, when he's on the lives. When they did, oh, I didn't know that Kat and Cliff did a podcast together. I thought that she was just like, oh, she's got her own channel. Oh, I didn't know that she had her own channel. I thought she was like just a mod from the Oblivion, you know? That's cool. I will have to go check that out. I had no idea. Now I can put a face to the name. I had no clue. I was really happy. I take Hollow Wake everywhere. I have taken Hollow Wake to, let's see, let's go over the list here. Wolf, Archie, Ray, Cliff, Bleach, Tossie, and recently last week I took Hollow Wake over to Johnny Foxtrot. I think, maybe, I don't remember. I know Dom doesn't do like a lot like that singer reacts. I know he doesn't do like, I mean, he doesn't not do metal and stuff, but he doesn't do, I don't know if I gave Dom one or not. So I've got at least 7 reactors that I know of for sure that I have done reactions for and or have done paid reactions for, and uploaded reactions. I mean, Wolf has did Cancer Contained that last year, and he just recently, today, he put out Skin and Bones, which he reacted to the other week on the stream. I think he did it because it's my birthday, but also because the other day Hollow Wake had posted on one of his videos and was like, we have a new song out. Wolf was like, I'll check it out. And I texted him and I was like, little do they know you've already seen it and have it ready. Yeah, Pixie, I sent him Hollow Wake. I was in his live was it Tuesday? I don't know, but I was there. Oh, she does reactions and artist interviews. Oh, I will definitely have to look up her stuff. I don't want to. One of Johnny's mods had come in to Wolf's stream a few weeks ago and it said something about a collab. I don't know if they have made contact with each other yet or not. I've not been able to go and do my mod stuffs lately, though, because my life is a proper mess. Yeah. My life is very close to home, so I just most of the time, unless I know that there aren't going to be any other mods and stuff in the live, I'll watch the live on my phone and just kind of chat mod people and whatnot. I could do all of the list stuff on my phone too. It just takes a long time. Which is a pain, but that's why I got the computer. But I need a new one. I need a better one. I know that's like my biggest problem. My biggest issue is not my signal. It's not anything but the computer, because the computer only runs at like 60 hertz, I think. It's a cheap piece of shit. Archie said he could fix that, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So I think I'm just gonna have to get like a tower. But Cav goes, he went live on his iPad, but I'm sure he's got like stable Wi-Fi. That, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection that's good, you probably have no problem. There are perks and there are downsides to living in the middle of nowhere. I do not want to pay for satellite. It is expensive. It's expensive. Not a fun experience for me. And since we've got about 15 minutes or so, I really should change that, because that's all I've been doing is 5:30. And I am going to have to go in and get started figuring out what they want for their dinner. I have it set. They're set to go so that when I get on live, I won't be bothered anymore for the rest of the night, and I can actually enjoy my birthday. At least the latter half of it. Depending on when the guys get done tonight, if I still have any steam left in me, and maybe I'll go live. I could attempt to go live on my Patreon and watch the stream on my computer at the same time. I wonder if that would get any views. Or watch the stream on my phone and stream on YouTube. Streamception going on. Oh, thank you for sending me that. Oh, I have seen her. Oh, okay. I have watched her stuff, Austin. I do know who she is. I didn't know that was Cliff's mod cat. I had no idea. Well, apparently I'm not necessarily unoriginal. I'm just a mod that doesn't want to be behind the scenes all day long. One and the same, yeah. Yeah, I never made that correlation. I didn't know that they were the same person. That's really cool, though. I like her. She's funny. All right. So we got 10 minutes left. So let's wrap it up here with thank you to everybody who came in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. You could have literally spent your time doing anything else, and instead you were here. And yeah, I kind of snaked that a little bit from Wolf there, but that's true. Like, you literally could be anywhere else. Like, and so I appreciate any and all support. This is a journey for me, and it's new, but it is something that I need to do. One day, when I get all of this figured out and stabilized properly, I will show you guys my channel YouTube and my old videos, and we'll go through them and see if I'm just as awkward and weird as I am now. It'll be like a fun little experiment. Because I did try this at one point, like 10 years ago. And then I lost that email, can't access it, don't have the phone number. So I do have a YouTube out there full of other stuff. Not full, few videos, couple. Actually, I've done more on this one than I did on that one. So we are improving. We're getting better. But I think it'll be a good testament, regardless, to at the very least, it'll be a good testament to my therapist and my psychologist to prove that I am indeed that bitch. It's so bad to say it like that. But yeah. So I love you guys. I will be around here, there, and everywhere. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do that. I'll sneak up onto the live, do a live session. But if I do it, I'll put it in the Discord. You'll know, because that's where I'll put it at. But everybody have a good rest of your evening. Have a nice half hour. I'll probably see you guys. Well, Austin, I'll probably see you in Wolf's Live, and Pixie, I will see you this evening on the big stream. Everybody have a good time. I will see you guys in a little while, and peace out.